Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. This is the In Wheel Time car talk show. Just ahead, SCCA Grandmaster Richard Tomlain checks in with us from the 100th Pikes Peak Hill Climb. Conrad will have This Week in Auto History, and we'll get you updated on some of the stories making car news this week. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars, who's literally out of this world, King Conrad DeLong, and we need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today, and thank you for joining us. We know that we have had all sorts of streaming issues on our streaming app today. We have been in touch with a company called Restream that takes all of our signals and sends them out to all of these different entities, and they said, oh, it's on your end. It's on your end. Well, the iHeart radio app works just fine, so if you can hear us anywhere, I would suggest that you download the iHeart radio app and look for the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show, and there we are, streaming in all of our naked glory.
Oh, gosh.
I told you that story.
And with that, we're going to introduce Richard Tomlain.
No, I told you that story that I was with a friend having lunch. It was like a bar and grill, and I asked if they had YouTube, and we put In Wheel Time up in the restaurant, big screen. It was.
Did you enjoy
cool.
seeing yourself?
I did. Well, they were looking at me and looking at the screen and
asking for autographs?
No, they were asking for other things, and then we turned it off.
And they were also asking for money.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, well, that was to pay his bar tab.
No, there was no drinking involved.
There was no drinking at the bar?
No, it was a bar and grill. It was more food than anything.
I see. Okay, well.
Well,
so I'm going to take a little vacation, and I'm going to go out of town for a few days, I'm glad to say.
Mm-hmm. Just to get away from us.
Mm-hmm. And so next week, Mars is going to put together a best of program that's going to be 3 hours of jam-packed fun and recreation, and hopefully, we'll be able to send it out to the entire world via some other system other than Restream. So you'll be able to see it and hear it. I don't know. We'll all be wearing different shirts in each segment, because if it's a different show for all of these wonderful things that you're going to put together, you can't talk because you don't have your headset on. You know, there's that, Mike.
That's because I don't want anybody to hear what I've been muttering under my breath.
What is that?
No, we're hearing it.
Words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom. There's a song in that. Words of love. Mamas and the Papas, I think it was. Anyway. I don't want to belabor this issue, so let's move on, shall we?
Talking about a bar and grill, let's talk to somebody at a bar.
Oh, he's Richard Tomlain, are you at a bar?
Well, you're muted, Richard.
You're muted, yeah.
So
you're muted on your end.
Yourself.
Yeah, so we'll just sit here and wait. Is it okay?
Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. We can't hear you. You have to unmute yourself.
There you are.
Unmute.
Okay.
Rudy's Barbecue, Colorado Springs, is where we're at. Not a bar. They do have beer, though.
Colorado Springs. So what did you have? Some huevos rancheros this morning?
Absolutely. Only way to start your morning.
Yeah.
Well, I've been following your Facebook posts, and you got to have some kind of food in the morning because you sure do have a liquid dinner.
Yeah. It is some long days and some early mornings for sure.
Who do you have with you?
I have the flagger for the finish of the 100th Pikes Peak running, Derek Jordan.
Oh, wow.
He's pretty much grown up around Pikes Peak, and he will be the one presenting the checkered flag to every competitor that finishes this year.
That's pretty awesome.
How are you doing?
Good.
It's good to have you with us.
Good to see you.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today. So I want to ask you guys, explain to us how it works. Is this the last weekend of the 100th running?
Yeah, so the 100th running basically happens tomorrow. And the whole week making up to this has been the qualify practice, getting people familiar with the course, setting a qualification order. So we send the cars time to release so that nobody catches the other cars, one car at a time off the starting line, usually a minute to 2 minutes between each car.
Richard, are you holding your phone, or do you have it on some sort of a device that holds it for you?
It's on a tripod.
Oh, it is. You can't turn it sideways, can you?
Yeah, I can.
Turn it sideways if you don't mind.
Hopefully, there you go.
There you
Much
go.
better picture.
Thank
Now
you.
we got all of y'all.
Yeah.
Oh no, turn it back.
All y'all.
So as the flagger, do you know who is up? Who's going to be the next passing you? You have somebody talking to you with a microphone in your ear, so that you're
Correct. I do. Correct. I do have a running lit order they print off a running order as of yesterday. And then on the radio, I hear each car that's coming up from the start line. So every morning, each morning when the race begins, I will hear which car begins. And it's usually about 2 to 3 cars on the course at a time. Just in case if there is an accident on course, we aren't going to have to red flag any competitors at all. So I am fully aware of what competitors are coming up on the course, and they usually are about 4 minutes at a time spread out on race day.
And have you ever gotten freaked out one time when one came by and the next one came by like 10 seconds later?
Oh, last year we had that accident. There was a car that was breaking down on its way up to the finish line last year, and we had a car almost catch them within 30 seconds. Ironically enough, they had the same gap. They had a 4-minute gap, and then the car had issues in the middle section, if you're familiar with that. And he was having issues. He was going up the mountain about 25 miles an hour.
Oh, gosh.
And by that time, somebody already caught him. And it was pretty interesting, to say the least.
Can they pass in a deal like that, or they have to stay in their order?
You could pass.
You could
Getting
pass.
past is going to be the challenge.
Well, I'm saying though, yeah,
Hopefully
if
the
it
guy
was,
going slow will defer
Yeah.
and get out of your way.
Yeah.
but that's still
Yeah,
going to
you could
even
pass.
that's still
There's
going to
room.
mess up your run.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So how long have you been flagging up there?
I've been doing it for 7 years.
Oh, wow.
I've been involved with the race for 25 years.
Oh, so you've seen the evolution of not only the race but the track as well, since they've added asphalt to the upper part of the track. I'm going to say it was probably 2005 the last time I was up and down, but I was just up and down as a visitor. not as a
2012 is
racer.
when they fully paved the road.
Okay.
So y'all aren't doing any motorcycles, or they've not run motorcycles up there in the past year or so?
Yeah, they haven't had competitors ride bikes in the last 2 years. That's correct.
That's 2 years. Okay. And when the vehicles get up to the top, how do they get back down? Do they after the end of the race, or?
We stack them in very, very carefully. There is a large parking area. Of course, we know there's a brand new Summit House up there. There's a new cog train that runs up to the top of Pikes Peak. And there's ample parking for the 70-plus cars that we'll have. We just have to pack them in there very tightly. And they'll all remain there until the last car of the race day races. And then he'll release them to come downhill for what they call the Parade of Champions. And that's when all the spectators, fans come out to the edge of the road and applaud their drivers as they come down the hill, and plenty of fist bumps and high fives.
That'd be a heck of a parade to watch all 70 of them come down.
It is one amazing show.
There are 70 classes of cars?
No, 70 cars that'll make it
70
to the
cars.
top.
We've got 7 classes this year, 7 to 8 classes, 7 classes, I think.
7 classes. Okay.
And you're running,
Yeah.
is there an EV class, or do they run in the unlimited?
EV runs in exhibition.
Okay.
There's talks of EV getting their own class. A lot of people like to see the EV compete against the gasoline. But I think last year we had 9 EV vehicles. This year it's only 3. Three Teslas this year, I believe, is all we've got.
Because the EV almost has a little bit of an advantage.
No, not a little bit, a big advantage.
Mainly because there's
you
no
say that
power
until
loss
you
from
see them roll
altitude.
across the scales, Conrad. They roll across the scales 2,000 pounds heavier than everybody else.
Oh.
It's a lot of weight to carry up the mountain.
And there's a charging station halfway up.
No, there's not.
Very
Saying.
good.
So as cars go up, you talked about this car last year that was only doing 25 miles an hour. Well, some cars become disabled along the way up. How do they manage that vehicle so it's not in the way?
Well, along the way up the course, you've got what? Probably 25 stations that they
Sure.
pass. About 25 stations is what I call them. And there's personnel there with a radio. So every time the car goes past, you'll say, car 888 past Elk Park, car 888 past Brown Bush. You know where the car's at. If the car breaks down, we've got safety at incremental points up the course as well. And they can quickly get that car off course to the side so the course can remain green.
And
So
has
it's out of the way.
anybody ever said, "Car 54, where are you?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long
Yeah, I
morning.
know.
Excuse
I'm
us.
sure.
So, what out of the two of you, who's got the
Ready.
best?
His day's over.
Who's got the best time out of the two of you going up?
Best EV time?
No, yeah,
Well,
the best. Yeah,
do you guys run the course for time?
and between the two of you, who's got the best?
Oh, I don't think either one of us have done that. No.
Oh,
You
It'd
don't,
be fun.
you don't
We'd
even
like to
go
do
up
that.
in a hurry?
Spirited
Spirited.
drive.
Okay. Spirited
We're both
driving.
in big old trucks right now, so not the best thing to be racing around the mountain in.
But Richard, Apex is supporting a number of vehicles that are up there right now, though, aren't you?
This year we've just got Raymond with a Viper. Next year we've got at least 3 cars that will be here. So next year will be a new year, and we'll take off and run with it.
I saw you had posted the picture of, and I can't remember the gentleman's name, with a 935 Porsche as he's going.
935 is a pretty amazing car, Jeff
Yeah.
Sports car. Very, very quick. I believe he made top 15, didn't he?
Yeah, he-
Qualified top 15. So they have a top 15 qualified group, Fast 15 they call it. And he was in that with that 935 Porsche.
And is his 935 a dedicated hill climber, or does he also drive it in other venues?
I don't know if they drive it anywhere else.
Okay, so
Um,
dedicated hill climber.
I'm not sure of anywhere it's ever been driven other than Pikes Peak.
That's correct. But Cam Ingram, who's part of Road Scholar in North Carolina, he actually owned the car, and they had that car just for Jeff Swart, and it's going to be a hill climb memorabilia just for Cam Ingram and Road Scholar.
Wow.
Tell me about the open wheel class. I remember distinctly back in the day. Don't ask me what day because it was a ways back. But they had they weren't Indy cars, but they were kind of like Indy cars. They had rear engines. It was a single seat front. I mean, it was bad to the bone. Do they still have that kind of class?
Oh, yeah, we got plenty of them. There's actually some of the ones you talk about are the old Wolf/Coyote chassis, what they call them.
Yeah.
These things were aluminum roll cages with wheels and a large motor. Most of them on methanol, some on alcohol. Now you see a lot of twin turbo LS, even some small Hondas with turbos in these, because all based on power to weight or displacement to weight is how the rule set is done. So you run a small Honda, you can actually have a lighter car than running a big LS. You end up adding a lot of extra weight to drag up the hill.
But these are rear-engine, open-wheeled cars.
Yes, open wheel, twin turbo LSs sitting behind you, and get up the mountain as quick as you can.
Now you're talking, buddy.
What kind of?
Actually, I think one of the videos I sent Mars is Cody Vaschholz. He's actually a motorcycle record holder and is now in a car and likely to set a record this year for open wheel.
Where can we see it? Where is it on a particular channel? Or is it
Mobile
on...
One.
Okay.
Mobile One's got an app there that they're going to have out that's live coverage, flag to flag. And then there's 3 radio stations locally that will be doing live broadcast. But the Mobile One will provide you the most inclusive information, driver profiles, car profiles, all the information you want there.
So on the hill, including competitors, support, technical staff, officiating, and spectators, how many people do you guess would be on the hill?
On the mountain.
Right now, I think yesterday I found out that there was 6,000 tickets sold.
Wow.
Now, a ticket
That's spectator.
a ticket can be up to 6 people because that's per vehicle. So you take your 6,000 times 6. That's your 36,000 spectators. Probably call it 150, 200 staff, and then another 300 competitors, probably.
But wait.
So we got 40,000 of us up one road.
So once you get up there, then I don't guess that there's an opportunity for you to get back down. You're up there all day.
That's correct.
Bring your stuff.
Yeah, bring your lunch.
And the air is thin.
14,200 feet of non-breathing air.
Thin air.
So.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, bring my tank.
What is as a percentage on a naturally aspirated engine? What would the power loss be? 6, 7, 8, 10, 15% just in the altitude?
There's a lot of arguments to that, but the standard most people will tell you is 25 to 30%.
Wow.
Holy.
Is what a normally aspirated motor will lose.
And the
At
boost
the top.
and the boosted cars?
Boosted cars don't lose. I mean, they have to ramp the turbos up, right, to get more air to it, but that's what the turbo does.
They just
right?
spin it
Turbos
up.
start to-
Yeah.
Just wind that spool up.
So in other words, if you want to do something, you either turbo it or supercharge it.
Or electrify it.
Well, that's the giveaway on electrified is you might not lose power, but you sure got to carry all them batteries.
An extra ton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
so who do you anticipate being some of the quickest cars up the hill this year?
Robin Shute out-qualified everybody by over 30 seconds.
Oh, my
35-second gap to second-place car.
And what kind of car is that?
It's called a Wolf chassis. It's an Italian carbon fiber sports racer. And he runs a 2-liter Honda in it with a small turbo. And he's just ideal power to weight. The man has no fear. His group is called the Full Send Club, and they are full send. It's pedal to the metal. You watch him on YouTube, I swear it looks like it's fast forward, but it's not. That's the real speed of how quickly he drives.
Wow. And you can tell Richard's from Texas because the car is Italian.
Italian.
You know what? I bet you Mike could beat him. I bet you Mars could beat him.
I doubt it.
No. He must be a young guy.
Leadfoot.
Yes, he is. And there's also a Texas car being driven by a Colorado native. They used to run the Pikes Peak International Raceway, but it's a 68 Camaro LS7 twin turbo, making a bunch of power. He made top 15 as well. So hoping they can keep that car together for this year.
And then you had also posted, I guess you had made a night stop at the local drag strip up there.
Oh, that was amazing. So that was the Rocky Mountain Race Week. Went out there, follow a magazine called Sick Mag as well. They do a bunch of old vintage cars and drag racing. And they do, imagine Hot Rod Power Tour, but on a smaller scale for Hot Rod Drag Week. But this is evidently where it started, is where Hot Rod got their idea, was what Rocky Mountain Race Week was. Yeah. And you tow basically all your stuff in your vehicle, you take with you, and you're not allowed to have a trailer to maintain you service-wise. You got to be able to drive your car those 3,000 miles.
Oh, my gosh.
Race to race, accumulate your ETs, and they crown a winner.
No, and do they always pair that event there in Colorado Springs and Pikes Peak International Hill Climb?
It's not no part of it at all. Just happened to be south of here about 2 hours. Just about an hour and a half.
Okay. That's not at Bandimere, is it?
I was thinking Bandimere.
No. They race at Bandimere. They did this year, raced at Bandimere. And then they went to Pueblo. They're finishing up in Great Bend, Kansas, which is actually where I was drag racing as a kid, where my life started, which was also home of the first NHRA drag race ever, was at Great Bend, Kansas.
And I think where you had posted your pictures from was Pueblo, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Pueblo Motorsports Park, little 8-mile track. They've got a road course track out there. They've got motocross, training facility.
How cool.
Well, it's great to talk to both of you, and honor to have our flagman here with us today. And so when do things get going today?
Today? Tomorrow morning, basically, we'll be on the mountain at 1 a.m. this evening.
Okay, so there's nothing going on today.
Just load in, getting all the teams there, getting their cars unloaded. Yeah. Once we get their cars unloaded, we'll lock everything down. They'll start letting fans in about 3 o'clock this afternoon. And those people that are camping out will head up the mountain this evening, which they're going to be in for a very cold night.
I was going to ask you, that was my next question.
There.
So what's the weather going to be like for tomorrow?
Sketchy. It's the weather, so it can change at all times, especially at 10,000, 12,000, 14,000 feet. Right now, it looks like we will have some snow, possibly some moisture overnight. Pikes Peak Mountain Crews will be taking care of that road to keep it in tip-top shape for us, and we're all praying for a full send race, bottom to the top, and get every competitor up to the crown of the mountain.
We're praying for snow.
Hey, it's great to talk to both of you guys. Thanks so much for joining us today. Good luck, and we'll hopefully get a report in the meantime, and we'll get that posted up on inwheeltime.com.
All right. Thank you
so much.
Thank you
guys.
How cool
That's what
is
we
that?
need to do. We need
Really?
to go up to the top.
No, we don't.
Big RV,
No,
camp out,
no,
and do
no,
a
no.
remote from
No.
up there.
You ever been to Red Rocks?
No, sir.
Yeah, been to Red Rock. No,
Huh?
not Red Rock. I'm thinking Black Hawk. Been to Black Hawk.
Red Rocks. It's a concert venue.
Outside of Las Vegas?
And,
No, it's outside
Colorado.
of Denver.
Denver, and it's actually right up the mountain there in Morrison, Colorado, where Bandimere is. It's
Okay.
just it's a hop, skip, and a jump to Denver. As a matter of fact, you sit in the stands, sit on the rocks at Red Rock, and you look out, and there's
See
Denver.
downtown Denver.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, no,
Well,
that's
from Pikes Peak.
I had to stop twice as I was attempting to get up the mountain. You got to walk it. There's no elevators. You walk it. Oh, got to stop for a minute.
You walk it. I'm not going.
So how far away is that from Katy?
30 minutes.
Oh.
No, it's just on the edge.
And she's a snowboarder, and
Oh yeah, she does.
She does all.
Well,
the
she
skiing.
lives there all
Yeah.
the time, so it's a whole different
Makes a
thing
big
for
difference.
her. Yeah. So there's that. Okay, time now for this week in auto history. Did we do that?
No,
Not yet.
Let's do it.
In 1902, German automaker Daimler Motor Gustav registered the name Mercedes as a brand name for the first time. So I always thought Mercedes Daimler were together. They didn't. The joint of Daimler didn't happen until sometime later. Tom Fetch drove his Packard, his 1903 Packard, from San Francisco to New York in like 21 and a half days.
Wow.
And, you think about a 1903 car, it's a big, tall, wooden wheel car, and they didn't have roads back then to speak of. He's driving a lot of wagon trails. So, pretty brutal, my opinion, pretty brutal on the car.
The shaggin' wagon.
And in 1923, on June 18th, the first checker cab rolled off the assembly line, and that checker cab would be the checker cab would be switch it. The checker cab would be well vaunted in the 50s when they came out with the version that you see today, and that version of the checker cab was
ugly
in production. Yeah, but it was in production for almost 60 years.
Yeah.
And they made, over 1 million.
What
of
they
them.
should do is they should go back into production and make that car an electric. And
I'm sure
put
there's somebody out there that is
and put that back
that's
on the streets
willing
of New
to
York.
electrify it. But
Yeah.
that you could still see some of those driving as cab service in New York City.
Still?
Yep.
Even though they don't make parts for them anymore?
It's a GM. I mean, you
The
take
checker is a GM?
the drivetrain and everything was General Motors.
They switch. When did they switch it? Because I
No.
thought it was all checker.
Wasn't it a truck?
But it was
chassis?
checker early. It was checker early on, but in the mid to late '60s, it all went with GM powertrain,
No clue.
transmission, air
Well, no
conditioning,
wonder they
power
went out
steering
of
systems.
business.
And then in 1940 was the birth of our friend Miss Shirley Muldowney. She is 82 years old this week, so we want to wish Shirley a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
In 1966 this week, Ford goes 1-2-3 at Le Mans to beat Ferrari. And really the basis of the Ford versus Ferraris movie was about the 1966 and the move towards the 1966 Ford victory. And remember that Ken Miles kind of got screwed in the deal because he crossed the line first, but he didn't travel the longest distance because he gave in to the demands of Ford Corporation. In 1971, the movie Le Mans, starring Steve McQueen, driving a Porsche 917, debuted. That film featured real footage from the previous year of Le Mans, one of the great, my opinion, one of the greatest race movies ever.
It's a long movie too.
Yeah, McQueen had intended to race in Le Mans, but his entry wasn't accepted because he didn't have a professional driver's license.
I had a model of that car.
Very nice.
And then in 1991, Bertrand Gachot, French guy, and Johnny Herbert drove.
That's Hebert.
Gachot, G-A-C-H-O.
No, Hebert. Johnny Hebert.
Johnny.
Herbert.
Johnny
I've always
Angel.
called him Herbert because he was an American.
Where's Johnny Angel?
They won the 24 Hours of Le Mans driving a Mazda. It was the first time an automaker outside of Western Europe had won the event. The 1991 Mazda was also the first car to win Le Mans with a Wankel rotary engine.
Oh, yeah.
And if you ever go on YouTube and get the videos of that, that thing was unbelievably loud as it went blowing by you with a different tune. And it was a 4-rotor sequential spark plug engine. They went almost 5,000 kilometers at a speed of 200, at an average speed of 295 miles an hour.
I want to get this story in before we have to go.
And then in 2001, Fast and Furious was released.
Okay, thank you. You done now?
Yep.
Okay. Toyota Motor Company is going to recall 2,700 BZ4X crossovers, its first mass-produced electric vehicle, because of a danger that the wheels could come loose.
The wheels are falling off.
Literally. And U.S. auto regulators said they want to require automakers to collect more crash data from event data recorders, more commonly known as black boxes. Right now, they're only recording 5 seconds prior to a crash. Now they want to record 20 seconds. Of course, they got to get approval, but guess what? Big Brother is watching.
Yeah, because that 5 seconds, all it goes is, oh my God, we're about to have a crash. They want to catch what they were doing 15 seconds before that.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
Welcome.
Okay.
There you go.
Now we're going to talk in our lower voice and tell everybody.
Gonna use
Your
our
inside
inside voice.
Time
Gonna
now.
use
for
our
a quick
radio
break, but
voice.
We'll be right back. And you're on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Get out the permanent marker and write on your wall calendar the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In, Saturday, September 17th, 2022. It's the fall edition of Tailpipes and Tacos at the Loopy Tortilla in Katy, 8 to 11 a.m. It's the only place cruisers compete for Loopy's Chili Pepper trophies and other prizes. There's no charge to enter your vehicle for Best Hot Rod, Best Classic, or Best Modern Classic. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's coolest and most unique cruise in and is your opportunity to see the best hot rods, show cars, classics, and resto mods. And get Loopy Tortilla breakfast tacos with adult beverages. There's no entry fee, and cars will automatically compete for those much sought-after custom Loopy trophies and other prizes. It happens at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10. It's Tailpipes and Tacos Fall Edition, Saturday, September 17th. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there, too. Celebrate the beginning of fall and the return of the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In, Saturday morning, September 17th, 8 to 11 a.m. We'll see you then, weather permitting. Want to take a minute to tell you about Gulf Coast Auto Shield, a Houston detail company like no other. Gulf Coast Auto Shield offers paint correction services that'll give your car, truck, or SUV a like-new shine. Afterwards, you'll want to protect it with a professionally installed nano-ceramic coating or protection film. Worried about your very expensive windshield getting damaged, broken, or cracked? Let Gulf Coast Auto Shield install ExoShield, a windshield protection film. Give John Gray a call today or check out their website, gcautoshield.com. Hey, whether you own a new, ultra-expensive, exotic, or a 5-year-old Suburban, Gulf Coast Auto Shield will help keep your investment looking like the day it rolled off the assembly line. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is conveniently located on the South Sam Houston Parkway, just south of I-69, the Southwest Freeway. Meet the staff and check out all of their services online right now at gcautoshield.com. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is now part of the iHeart family. Now you'll have access to 24/7 Car Talk anytime you need a fix. Just download the iHeart Radio app and ask for In Wheel Time Car Talk, and there we are. Be sure to save us in your iHeart library for instant access. No matter where you are, you have the best Car Talk Show right on your PC, laptop, or mobile device and never have to worry about finding us again. Of course, you can always get access to our video and audio streams via InWheelTime.com and your favorite podcast channel, and all of this is free to you. From the iHeart Radio app, you'll not only hear our Saturday morning live show, but the best shows of the past, updated weekly. Never miss a minute of up-to-date new car reviews, pre-owned reviews, Conrad's Car Clinic, informative interviews, automotive news, and the most fun car talk show on the planet. Just download the iHeart Radio app, search for In Wheel Time Car Talk, save it to your library, and with a tap of the icon, you'll be in touch with your favorite Car Talk team. In Wheel Time Car Talk, streaming now on iHeart.com/In Wheel Time Car Talk. Well, you know what that sound means, don't you? Thank God it's over. Well, that's a wrap for this week's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. When you're on our Facebook page, please give us a like, tell your friends about us, and share our junk if you would, please. You'll get Conrad's unicorn hunting features along with all things automotive all week long, including new car reviews, upcoming events, cruise-ins, racing events, and other goodies. You can find the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 on the iHeart Radio app. In Wheel Time can be heard live on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com every Saturday, 8 to 11 when it works. 30-minute podcasts are available from your favorite podcast provider 7 days a week. The In Wheel Time Chief Engineer is David Ainsley. Our Marketing Advertising Manager and Video Technical Director is We Need More Jeff Zekin. For Booking Agent and Podcast Editor Mike Mars and his Royalty King Conrad DeLong, I'm Don Armstrong. Today's In Wheel Time Car Show was produced by Ready Kilowatt. Be sure and join us again. That's why it's been out. Be sure and join us again for our next In Wheel Time Car Talk Show next Saturday, July 2nd, 2022, starting at 8 a.m. Central on all of these In Wheel Time Car Talk outlets. right here on the Smoke and Mirrors Network. Stay cool, and so long for now. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.